Okay, we are live on YouTube. Also, okay, guys. Hello, everyone. We are gonna be. I'm gonna be showing you essentially the main process that I follow whenever I'm having a break. Now, for example, I just arrived to Helsinki, but I was having a little break of like 4 or 5 days in Dubai, just as a little holidays, and also I was in a little break of 3 days. One day in Spain, one day of traveling, and yesterday that I started playing trombone again. So let me give access first to the people at the community. Just 1 second. Is it this one? Yes, perfect. I'm gonna press record.
Recording in progress.
So yes, that's exactly what I have been doing. I played for 15 days, for like 12, 15 days with the UAE National Orchestra, and I was like for a week no playing trombone. I remember I was in Colombia, then in Hong Kong. I did also an audition, so I was quite in a good shape, playing every week, playing recitals every week of different pieces, also practicing the excerpts. And now I have the feeling I have to go back again to this same feeling of how would you say, of recovery and going back in shape. This is what I'm doing before my recitals in Poland, also Argentina in a couple of weeks. So it's many things going on. I will be also in October in Mexico, playing as a soloist. So I'm doing a masterclass. So this full recovery is a little by little. I started 2 days ago. I think yesterday I started already with the trombone, but literally baby steps. I did already the breathing that is in my principal trombone warm up, which is 8 in, 8 out. Then for 5 times, then 4 in, 8 out, 3 in, 8 out, 2 in, 8 out. Also, you can do a bit of Wim Hof method. Doesn't matter which kind of breathing exercises that you do, but it's really good to start your recovery process right now. Why do I want to? You probably guys ask me, why do I want to get in shape before the season starts? So it's July. July and August is according to the calendar, the main calendar that everybody has. In Europe, in September, they start with the bachelor and master with all the lessons at the conservatory. Also, in October is in Germany when they start, Germany, Austria, etc. Why do you start getting in shape already the first week of July? It's really simple. Whenever I was preparing important auditions for Helsinki Philharmonic or the one that I did of Berlin Philharmonic Academy, I was not the winner because I was the best player. This is something, because being the best player is not enough for winning an audition. And also they were much better players than me, for sure, in those auditions. So what I want you to understand with these guys, if you are in shape already in July, August, uh, instead of starting to get in shape in September and already in October, you're more or less there, you're gonna have so much distance ahead from the rest of your competition. There are many auditions coming already in the beginning of the year, even some in August. But the worst mistake, I think, most of the players that want to be in an orchestra, in a great orchestra, is to take these holidays off, is to take the summer off. I had something very clear. If I wanted different results than the rest, like now, for example, traveling the world as an international soloist, already got offered more than one position in an orchestra, which I will be announcing soon. If I wanted, I knew always, if I wanted different results than the rest of the people, the rest of my colleagues, the rest of the players, I had to take different action than the rest. And different action means when everybody goes on holiday, my main goal, if I had something great to, if I had any important audition to prepare or any competition, not going on holidays. In that way, you're already going ahead of 99% of the rest of your competition. So start your recovery already. If you ask me, that for me was the main difference, I would say, between the person that got second in the audition that I was first, and already it's happening also right now. I still didn't announce it yet. That was the main difference. I was not the best player, not the best musicality, not the best sound, not the best articulation, but I was always the one sacrificing more time and investing more time. In that, I was the first. And that's really what it makes the difference. If you start preparing an audition 2, 3, 4 months before the rest, guess what? You're going to be already miles ahead. So this is like a race. It's not different than a race. So I like to start the recovery again. I did the breathing exercises. I moved my body. I did today gym in the morning, 5 a.m. and also I did like 20 steps. I did the whole cardio of the day. So my body is prepared. My breathing is prepared. Now we start little by little with the instrument, which again, guys, I say it in most of the lessons, most of the times, the instrument is the least important of the whole process. If you don't feel right with your body, if you don't feel active with your lungs and energized, the instrument is going to sound exactly like that. I was telling it yesterday to a lesson with a student, and we cannot hide anything. What it comes out of the bell is exactly the situation of life that we are living right now. So we have to really be convinced and confident of the story that we are telling, because at the end, an audition, a competition, an entrance exams for the conservatory, there is a story that you have to tell, and then there is a jury that have to believe your story, either buy your story or not. So the more confident we are in this whole process, not only with trombone again, the easier and the better is going to be your audition, recital, entrance exam. We start a bit with the simple, extremely simple. This is exactly in the last audition I did, which I won. I didn't, I'm not going to announce it yet. It was a couple of weeks ago. The most important process I followed, it was breathing first. So I did like 6 minutes of Wim Hof method, and then I didn't have so much time. Even I didn't want to play a lot, because before your audition, guys, you don't want to be tired here, frustrated in the whole system. You want to be as relaxed, as free, and also as rested as possible. So I really took, for my last audition, I really took 20 minutes maximum to warm up, 15-20 minutes maximum, which was 6 minutes Wim Hof, and a process of long tones that I and flexibility that I will show you just right now. The quality of the air in this process and the direction of the air needs to be like this, not okay. And also the quality, if you try to make fog in a mirror or in a window, whatever, this is the quality of air that you need, as warm and slow as possible, but always consistent. Let's start with the first one. Okay, you repeat after me. Is this the link? Yes. Okay. lip corners must be firm, but there should be no tongue at least for the first 30 minutes of the practice session. This is something I repeat to my students, and they heard this a lot. But essentially, why not tongue in the first 30 minutes? I talked with Joseph Alessi. I talked I had the privilege to work with great trombonist Stefan Schulz, Jürgen van Rijn. Why they all don't use the tongue in the first minutes of the session? It's essentially because we think the tongue is a muscle that is magically floating in our mouth, but essentially is attached to the neck, attached to the shoulders, chest, and connected at the same time with the whole body. So if we use at the beginning the tongue and we give so much importance to the tongue, having in mind, noting that articulation is 99% air, 1% tongue. This is a concept that for me it was really difficult to understand and to interiorize, because of course when we are young we think articulation and fast articulation is ta 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 ta, which creates all the tension around. And it's completely the opposite. If the air is not right, the tongue, you need to involve more from the tongue. But if the air is 99% there, completely right, consistent, the tongue is only there to define. It's exactly like the in the garden there is this pulling in the water. This is making the whole articulation going. But if the water stream is not enough, this is not actually not moving. So it's exactly the same with the air and the tongue in this case. Let's continue. Let's add this one in the reverse and we continue together. Continue. And here we add an extra harmonic. Okay, here you must continue. You can stop for a bit also, especially if you are for a long time not playing and you want to keep it little by little in order not to get really tense in this area and get tired too early. But here, essentially, when we go back to the first position or the seventh, there is an extra harmonic added. Let's continue. would listen, we add an extra one, we repeat the higher note. I remember I even in that audition before in the warm up, I didn't even repeat. I didn't even do this extra thing. I want to play it now for you guys to see how the full exercise is. But one of the main problems I see also in the students and also from myself whenever I did auditions, important auditions that I studied a lot for, London Symphony Orchestra, also Teatro La Scala Milan, many auditions that in some I was in the final round. They didn't take anyone. They were not sure. Of course, I was not sure even myself. And then in London Symphony, I was in the first round out, principal trombonist, the trombone of London Symphony. And I remember the night before in Berlin, I was taking the flight like at 6, 7 a.m. From Berlin to London, and then arriving there at 9, and the audition was like at 1 or something. So essentially, the night before, I was playing the alto excerpts, also super loud and getting really tired, really frustrated. That's the worst you can do. Even the moments before, playing 10 times the David concertino in the practice room before, half an hour before, like pointless, completely pointless. What did I change in the Karajan Academy audition? What did I change in the Helsinki Philharmonic, and also in the last audition I took back at the end of May, which it was successful. I didn't announce it yet, but I will. What did I do different? I was making sure I was saving a lot from here, a lot from here. So meaning not arriving 2 hours before to the audition place, not playing 20 times the bolero and the Valkyries just before the the moment, the important moment on stage, because you actually want to be fresh. You want to be as fresh as possible. And this exercise that I just played for you guys, together with the Wim Hof method, and adding just 2-3 minutes of vocalizations, which we are going to play now, in 15-20 minutes, that was enough. I was warm. I could change from David concertino to later alto trombone, later the rest of the excerpts. So let's continue for a bit more, and you are gonna see and feel what I mean. Okay. And now the really last one. I don't want to make this warm up really long, because I want you to, if you are playing with me at the same time, I want you to notice also the same feeling as I'm having right now. The blood is flowing, meaning it's middle low register what we are playing, a bit to the high register, but always going down. If you noticed, whenever I was finishing here, I was never staying there. I was always finishing in the low register in order to pump the blood around the lips and the recover, and the feeling is going to be much better later. Let's do the last exercise I did before jumping in on stage. and that was it. That was it. I don't think I didn't even go further because, guys, few days before I was in a masterclass in Hong Kong with many students. I couldn't even breathe properly. I was extremely sick. I don't remember in the last years a moment that I was as sick as that week that I was in Macau and Hong Kong. And essentially, the day before I was in Hong Kong in a masterclass, and I was quite sick, and the breathing was not comfortable. So I tried to stay really to the basics, not going crazy. I didn't play any single piece of the repertoire, any single bolero, not even the David Concertino, not even the alto. I did played few notes with the alto, but really basic stuff. You don't need more than that. Don't gift auditions, don't gift positions to someone like me that plays for sure much worse than you because you were not fresh in the moment. This is what I noticed because not not a single audition I did I was the best. Not a single audition, like the best musician and the best player. But I can tell you something, guys. I was always the one sacrificing more, the one investing more time, more putting more meat into the grill. That I know for a fact. For a fact. So, and this gives me the confidence in order to go there and crush it on stage. It's all about confidence and not wasting your bullets essentially at before the audition. Okay, this is really important. Thank you, guys. I really enjoy giving you this so much value actually for free. But I want you to go to your next level and actually make your dreams come true in the same way as I made mine come true. My dream was to be principal trombonist in an orchestra. Now I'm principal trombonist in several orchestras. Also, an international soloist traveling around the world and doing my own masterclasses. So whatever your dream in this classical music world is, if I can help you to be and step closer of making it happen, this is something that I will do. You guys have, for those that are in the communities, no need, you're already in. But for the people that wants to study directly with me, I have this community global brass collective, and in the coming weeks I will be announcing a project, a really crazy project that is going to be for 1 full year with me. Imagine, guys, 1 full year with the same discipline, with the same mindset, with the same way of approaching auditions, competitions, solo recitals, traveling around the world, and much more. Imagine how much you are going to improve. So I will announce it soon. I want to thank you all very much, and we see each other in the next in the next times, the next videos. If you have any question, please write me down on Instagram or whatever. So see you soon.